Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing today? For those of you who don't know, who grew up after the 90s, right here is Tupac. He is a West Coast rapper, and although, despite all of the violence and degradation connotations to women, if you look at some of his lyrics and what he went through, it's pretty amazing. So I want to ask you, when you connect, have interest in somebody, do you do the whole research of the individual, or do you just follow the trends, follow what's happening, follow the here and now and see and take other people's suggestions and recommendations, or do you do the research for yourself? The reason I ask this is because so many times today we are so quick to follow individuals, but are we in alignment with their morals, ethics, and values? Are we in alignment for what they stand for? And what they stand for, are they showing up every single day the same way as they would with their family, their business affiliates, their candidates, as well as themselves? This reigns true. I just had a podcast episode segment that was truly amazing, and we spoke about this. We spoke about the individuals following up and coming today with social media being so prevalent and the news and everything. And y'all been watching me for some time now. You know me that I'm unplugged. I am the poster child that is considered living under a rock. Why? Because I only invest in me, what's positive, what's up and coming, what's important that aligns with my morals, ethics, and values. And on the flip side, I see what's going on to get informed, to get educated, to get aware of all of that's going on. And believe you me, don't worry, there's a lot of people who are not under the rock that keep me up to date with what's going on. Did you hear about so and so? Did you hear about this political arena, this religious arena? What's happening in the world today? The only thing that matters to me the most is what's in my four walls. How I am contributing to society, how I am showing up for my audience, my community, and making sure that what you see is what you get. You hear the raw, the ugly, the good, the bad, and the difference. And that's what happened to him. Although he had in the time, in the trends of, talking about flaunting money and violence and degrading women, it's the lyrics of some of the songs of what he has experienced. If you haven't checked it, yes, his message in some musical songs and the lyrics and content are a little bit explicit, but when you think about it, he talks from personal experience, all that he's been known. And he even says this on one of the interviews. He says, I am not responsible for others. I can only be responsible for what I do, what I say, how I show up, how I behave. Everybody has free will. Everybody has free choice. That's kind of the paraphrase context if you look at one of Tupac's, interviews, that I'm not responsible for others. They have to make an informed choice. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to take the opportunity to really process and assess what interests you in your life. What is going on in your life that you can resonate with someone, a song, a movie, an article, or someone on media. There are a lot of influencers out there. There's a lot of influences and influencers. But do a deeper dive and see how they react off camera, how they react in the community. That's what really speaks volume. And in the segment of the podcast that I did, actions speak louder than words. I show up every single day reminding you to choose to press play, plan life according to you. You have to be the one to make the decision. We can motivate, we can empower, we can encourage, we can resonate, we can relate. But in the end, it's your choice, free will of all human beings. And even choosing not to do something is a choice. So I want you to look at the influences in your life. the musical talent, the acting talent, the movies, the genres, the people that speak to you and resonate with you. Why do they do that? Why do you get attracted to them? Is it misery loves company? Is it empower increases enhancement in your quality of life? Think about it. For me, anyone that I've walked the journey with, they know I'm the real deal. I show up every single day. I follow through with what they request. And if I'm unable to do it, I outsource and refer to others. That's what I do. That's a woman of integrity and authenticity that I bring to the town. That is part of my brand. I don't want you to suffer. I don't want you to go through the pains that I've experienced through life. I want to share with you some of the strategies and abilities and opportunities that I've either created for myself or learned from others and applied it and customized it to me. So be mindful of your influencers, the music you listen to, the clothing you wear, the books that you read, the videos and media and content that you invest in yourself. Even be mindful of the food that you intake, the beverages you intake, the surrounding individuals in your life. Do they align with your morals, ethics, and values? One of the key phrases Tupac says, realize, lies. It's very powerful because although it was melodious, it really makes you want to take a clear and more intentional observation in life. See, what I've done is I've studied social work and psychology over 2 decades plus and have degrees. I'm able to realize when somebody is telling me the truth or not. I'm able to realize when somebody does what they say and say what they do. I'm able to realize when somebody is doing it for all intents and purposes for themselves or truly want to help individuals. I realize when people are hurting and suffering. I realize when people lie to me. And it's really fearful that you can rest your head on your pillow knowing that you've hurt, deceived, lied, broken your promise, broken your word, or did someone wrong, and just able to put your head down on your pillow at night. Act with integrity. What would people see if there was a hidden camera around you all day? What would people say? Do they do as I say, not as I do? Are they seen and not heard? Are they heard and not seen? Be mindful. One of the legends, although everybody's had their trials of tribulations, of sins, mistakes, failures, shortcomings, and idiosyncrasies. But one of the key components that Tupac always said, he's like, I ain't mad at ya. Real eyes, realize lies. And one of the other thing is kind of offensive, but it's also on my page, Andrea Mason, on Facebook and all my media platforms. He puts his hand out as such, and he says, by hurting me, you're going to hurt yourself more than me. Obviously paraphrase. I can't recall the exact quote. But something along the lines, I promise you, if you think you're hurting me, you're hurting yourself that much more. Because he didn't take anything personally. Because when he did in the beginning, it cost him a lot of pain and suffering and anguish and frustration. So in times of adversity, in times of trouble, in times of being lost, be true to yourself. Because if you're true to yourself, it just is a rippling effect to others. So again, the late great Tupac passed away in 96, born in 71. I'm truly grateful on this day. I don't agree and align with a lot of things that he's done, but some of the lyrics to his music really rang true and spoke to my heart. So be mindful of what you like, why you like it, and how does it resonate with you. And on that note, I'll see you in the next video. Be well.